Welcome to another episode of the Bobcast. It's the four of us, so y'all know what it is. It's the NBA trade deadline, and we will be talking about some of the trades that have gone down. I'm back with the boys, DJ and Blake.
Hey.
Welcome back, Blake.
Yeah.
I'm Bob. And let's just get it started, man. Y'all want to start today, right?
Yeah, let's start. Well,
Trae Young is
Jaren
out of the way.
Jackson.
Everybody knows about Trae Young.
Yeah,
Jaren Jackson.
and DeAndre Hunter. They shed $50
Yeah,
million.
we know about those.
Actually, no, that move was pretty big just by shedding money.
Yeah,
but they got back Keon Ellis, who's gonna be good.
I wanted Keon Ellis, bro.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at your hand?
Because I just punctured myself.
You punctured your hand. That's crazy work.
My finger.
Your finger.
You can see the dot.
Not a thing.
But yeah, those two trades were pretty.
The Trae Young one.
Pretty
He said his destination was Washington, so we knew he was going to Washington.
out of all places, Washington.
They got to get new jerseys next year. They can't have. Oh, there's the trade, Bobby. Darius Garland in the second round pick. Live right now.
There's Garland in a second round pick
The trade.
to the Los Angeles Clippers. There we go. As soon as we start that Darius Garland is officially a Clipper. I know this is former Clipper Paul George's jersey, who just got suspended off the PEDs, but shout out my boy Paul George.
Now we had to see James Harden in the Cavaliers jersey.
Now we have to see James Harden in the Cavaliers jersey. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna give my live reaction now.
We'll just talk about this trade first.
Last night, just watching the game, right? Clippers getting obliterated by Dominic Barlow. I didn't even see the initial report during halftime. I saw it on Instagram, so I was like, "Well, what the hell just happened? Why is James Harden requesting a trade?" So I'm thinking, where could he go? And it's immediately Darius Garland.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. So, there was reports they were getting close to a deal, and then the Clippers eager to get the deal done. I was like, well, the eagerness needs to come. And right now it has happened. So
there it is.
I don't know. James is obviously he's still very good. And he did a lot for us these last 2.5 seasons, but he just wanted a bigger contract, and we weren't going to give that to him. So, and with Darius Garland, really good point guard. He's former All-Star, of course, but the injuries have kind of slowed him down a bit, but he's fairly young. He's like 26, 27. So, I think we're moving in a different direction as Anthony, does his favorite thing. But as a Clippers fan, it's kind of disappointing that it had to get to that point, but things happen. It's a business, so I'll probably give us like a C.
Yeah.
C plus.
Yeah, he's only 26.
Y'all need more out of that.
I don't.
Y'all should have got
because of his injury concerns. And
yeah.
I don't know what this move means. It's not a win now move either.
It's more of a
It's more of just at least a point guard.
Just trying to get off James. Yeah.
But then Darius Garland's under contract for the next 2 or 3 years for $40 mil, $30 mil, whatever he's on, whatever his contract is. I don't know his contract.
Yeah, and I think with the front office, they were unwilling to pay a guy who's like 37, damn near 40.
Harden has those 2 more years in him.
He does. I believe he really does. He's still cooking.
Y'all should have gave him that money. In my opinion.
They didn't want to, but if we did, I think if we did get that money, it was gonna be him, Kawhi, and a bunch of bums.
Darius Garland, 39 million this year, 42 in 26, 27, 28, 44 million.
It's not I get it. He's fairly young, and we could build around that, but it's not like he's a pure scorer.
He's not.
He's not a guy that you could build around.
Yeah, he's not that's what Kawhi's there for. And I mean it'd be a nice little pick and roll between Darius Garland and Zubac.
It will, yeah.
But
If Darius
But
Garland
y'all had
plays,
Harden
bro.
doing that at a
Right,
higher efficiency.
right.
And
But
Darius Garland shouldn't command the ball as much as Harden will.
no,
So the ball's gonna
He's
be
he's
not
gonna
consistent.
swing, and
Kawhi
I
scoring
think
30 a
that's
night
what
now.
it's there for. I think that's what Darius Garland like James Harden likes to ISO. Darius Garland will just start running around and pass the ball, kind of like what Tyrese Halliburton does. Like obviously
Yeah.
Halliburton could score at will, but Tyrese Halliburton would rather pass than score first. So,
Halliburton also has the height and length.
right.
Darius
So
Garland's my
Darius
height.
Garland's like
Like,
Yeah.
six
Darius
two,
Garland is
6'1".
short.
So, but Darius
I
Garland
think a
has
big
proven.
reason. I think a big reason why his Gary Garland's value was so low is because his fit next to Donovan Mitchell wasn't
No,
it. Like they weren't
No.
terrible, but they're
Yeah.
Mitchell's 6'4", 6'5". He's a smaller shooting guard. He's a guy. He's a combo guard. He's a guy that you could have a Harden right next to him, or you could have another combo guard next to him. He's a guy that can
right.
have the ball on his own. Garland is you Garland off ball. There's not much you could do. He's too
Not
little
really.
to he's too little to really do anything else but be a primary playmaker. And
Right.
that didn't work out with the Cavaliers because
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell needs the ball in his hands. He's not just going to be a backdoor cutter.
Right.
But yeah, and another reason why his value is so low, because Clippers could have got a first out of this if he just wasn't hurt this year.
1,000%. Y'all could have
If
got
he was
something out
good,
of it.
if he was good enough, we could have got a
This
first
year
round pick.
he's
But
missed injuries due to toe, and foot. So
just lower body injuries, and those are the worst. So
and the toe injury he had surgery on, and then they thought it was better, and then he injured it like 2 weeks later. So it's
yeah.
like the dude can't even wear basketball shoes right now.
Mm-mm.
You traded the one of your healthier players for a guy that doesn't stay healthy, and you're like the least healthiest team almost every year.
Yeah.
It's a 2026 second round pick.
Mm.
What, that's gonna be mid to late second round.
Yeah, that's nothing.
It's not
That's
like
nothing
the
unless Cleveland just starts falling hard,
which I don't see,
but
because
I don't
Harden fits
see at
next to
all.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, but both of them are ball dominant players. So
Yeah,
But Harden could be off ball
Harden
yeah,
more than
can
and he's
off
shown
ball,
that with
and Donovan
Kawhi.
Mitchell's also very good off ball as well. So
and Harden got he got his lob threats and Jared Allen and Evan Mobley still.
yeah, he still got some bigs down there, and better
He's not
honestly
like
better shooting over there in Cleveland
Better
as well.
shooting, yeah. Jalen Tyson's a nice
So
connecting piece there too. Jalen Tyson
yeah,
can handle the
Tyson's
ball.
nice, man.
I've watched some Cavs games recently, and yeah, they've been letting Tyson push the ball while Donovan plays off ball. So we'll see what they do now.
yep. Shams
I'm glad that happened while we were live, though.
says. Yeah, Shams said on Twitter, Harden and the Clippers worked through his exit over the last few days, resulting in a beneficial outcome for the sides. A win now opportunity for Harden playing at a high level at 36 and recent two-time All-Star in Garland at 26 for the Clippers present and future. Which that's something I also think about too. Like he's still fairly young.
He's
So
young.
if he can try and stay healthy at 26 and we could surround him with some decent players, then I mean
Y'all gonna
I don't
have
think we'll
to
be winning a championship
do what
anytime
we're doing
soon.
with LaMelo there, where he's
Yeah,
really just on a minutes restriction every game. But I
yeah.
mean, people don't like it, but
But
LaMelo has played the
you still
last
got
And you
36
guys are
games
winning.
for
You
us.
guys are
So
winning games. So,
yeah, so
but
y'all
yeah,
could take an approach like that. I don't know how long Garland's been out though. Like when's the last time he played? I'm pretty sure it was a while ago though.
it's probably been like a couple months, maybe.
so
Uh,
it was just straight up Harden for Garland in a
Harden
second.
for Garland in a
Mm-hmm.
second, yeah.
That's their contracts just matched up perfectly to the point where there didn't need to be any other pieces added up. So,
Garland's been out since January 14th.
so about a month.
Yeah, with right great toe
He's
sprain.
ugly.
Wow.
Everybody texts me, "Oh, Harden to the Cavs." Yes, I
Oh,
know.
you're
I've
getting
seen
texts
it.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like
But
I said, I'm glad it happened while we were live. So
we caught it. We caught it right on time.
it's not
So,
like, at
unlike
least it
Luca,
wasn't like just surprising out of nowhere. Like, oh,
Right.
James traded.
Like we knew.
Like, imagine they didn't
Well,
announce
last
nothing
night,
yesterday.
yeah,
Like, and we
last
just
night that if it wasn't reported last night and it just happened randomly today, then that would have been
that
crazy.
would have been very
So the Cavaliers gave them a second.
yeah.
Yeah. If you think about it, Harden is the way better
Was it
player right
26?
now. Yeah, it's
2026?
this year's.
2026. And yeah, that's gonna be bro's doing the trade in 2K, but that's gonna be late second.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what y'all can do because
So
y'all aren't winning games with
now,
this
next
roster.
question,
Like,
Bobby.
not the same level you were with
Like
Harden.
is Zoo gone? Do y'all move off of
That's
Zoo
I'd
the
say no.
and try to use
that's the
High?
thing. Like I think you kind of have
I
to at
think
this
y'all
point.
do it if y'all get some like it has to be an unprotected
If
first
we
round
get
pick.
some, if yeah, it has to be. If we get like one, I don't care if it's one. We need a pick bad
Yeah.
because we don't own our own first round pick until
Because
2030.
thinking of
So
it like
if we could
who could use a Zoo? You know, Boston before they traded for Vucevic,
Vucevic,
they try to get Zoo. Um,
they even offered us Anthony Simons in the first I
yes,
think so, but we said no. And
because it was a pick swap.
I mean,
I think that's why y'all said no.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like I don't get how GMs don't like think about that. Like if we swap picks and we end up being worse than that team, then they have our pick, and you know they have the obligation to swap that pick. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah. Let's
if Zoo were to get traded,
Indiana as well needs a center
Indiana,
now, but I don't know if he fits
yeah,
there.
Dallas.
I know they kind of want like a
Dallas would need a center.
Dallas needs a center. Yeah,
Nah, not well, a healthy center. Zoo's fairly healthy. So
Lively can't stay healthy.
no,
Raptors.
Harden X Spider. And you know what's funny?
Um,
Not even sad about the trade either. I'm just like,
I don't
whatever.
really know who can like. Obviously, the Warriors could always use a center now, but
Right,
I
but
don't know. They ain't
you're
got
not
nothing.
trading him to no Western
Plus,
Conference
they ain't
rival.
got nothing to give y'all.
No. They probably
Like
offer Kaminga.
I can see the Magic going for Zoo.
That'd be nice. Tyus
Yeah,
Jones?
I'm just looking at it here. Like, yeah, it would Magic potentially. The Hawks.
Hawks. Hawks would be nice.
I got something drawn up right here.
What you got?
Zubac to the Raptors for
They do need. Yeah.
Zubac, Kobe Brown, and Cam Christie for RJ Barrett at first and Garrett Temple.
Bobby's
Garrett
got.
who? Garrett Temple? No.
That's just because
You could get Temple.
that's
You could
just
get Temple out of here, bro.
Nah, I'm just
nah.
laughing because
That's just to
Bobby.
make sure they have enough
Nah, but
pieces.
Cam Christie, nah, he's untouchable. I'm
Nah,
just
because you
kidding.
said it was the Kobe Brown that made me laugh.
Oh,
Bobby laughed
yeah,
when you said
you
Kobe
know.
Brown because you know. Yeah,
I'm not the biggest Kobe Brown fan, but
let's talk
yeah.
I'm
about
just trying to see what works for Zubac.
the Jaren trade. You know, since this isn't a
I
full
was in
episode name.
the. I was
I'm
no.
in class. I'm in my fitness class working out, and then I see Shams tweet breaking. Jaren Jackson Jr. traded to the blank, and then I
So
didn't.
it got cut off.
Yeah, I had to click on it to actually see, and I was thinking like, oh, okay, could be the Hornets here actually. Um, I know they said Boston.
Hey.
Boston tried to get Jaren, and then it says the Utah Jazz, and I'm like, wow,
And
what are they doing?
when I saw it, I was like, in what world? Like, here's the thing about the Utah Jazz, and I told DJ before we
Oh,
recorded this.
Bobby,
I don't know if
DJ
the
Jake's
Jazz
healthy.
DJ J something.
Yeah, he's not on the
I mean,
injury report.
I guess that helps, but
It could be a trade as
like I
well.
wanted, he might get traded. The thing about the Jazz, like I don't know if they're trying to be competitive or they're trying to tank at the same time. I feel like they're kind of in this middle ground where they just need to have all their healthy players to be good, but at the same time, when everybody's good, like it doesn't work out for some odd reason. So,
You know
Yeah,
what? I think they're going a similar route OKC did because OKC we were a bad team, but we did not have a bad roster. We still
yeah,
had Chris Paul. We still had young Shea. Even before, because let me think. We were bringing in Lou Dort. We had all these young dudes. We had Dennis Schroeder. We still had Steven Adams. We did not by any means do we have a bad roster, but we lost however many games. And I think because we still made it to like what the sixth or fifth seed that year in the bubble, where
Hmm.
we took James Harden and the Rockets to 7, I think, or 6 or something like that. And we're still a young team, and we blossomed from that. I just think the Jazz need like because they have every position filled out that they need to with a decent player. They got Keontae, they got uh Larry Markkinen, now they got Jaren. They have like these little sprinkled in guys like Sensabaugh and some of these other wings that I think they had like a hardcore veteran on that team, same way we had older Chris Paul. 2 years down the line, they're a 4th seed.
And I could see that with like, I mean, I don't think Kevin Love's a hardcore veteran, but he's a vet that could lead that could,
1,000%,
drive
especially
that
with
team
Even
a guy like
Nurkic.
Larry
because
Markkinen too.
he bring even Nurkic as well. He used to play for the Trailblazers and they went on deep playoff runs. So with those two, I feel like those are like leaders for that team because that team's a whole bunch of young guys. I mean, Lowry's what 28 maybe.
28.
He's one of the older guys in there that's in their 20s still. But with Kevin Love and like Nurkic has been playing at a pretty high levels as of recent, and Kevin Love had that weird streak where he was just going off. So I mean that team is deep, especially with Jaren on that team
And
and
they're
the
also getting
guard
John Conchar and some other of these
right
like
and
grittier guys that brings.
Yeah. Jock
Vince Williams could
Landale.
shoot the ball.
Vince
Jock Landale
Williams can
could
can pass
stretch the
too.
floor.
But I don't know how much.
So
What I'm thinking, someone like Nurkic is gone too, because they just have too many centers now.
yeah,
Filipowski, Kevin Love. I know he doesn't
Kessler.
play every day. Kessler, they're gonna have to pay him in the offseason.
I
And
see a world where they keep out of all the bigs. I think they should have because Nurkic can't do nothing but rebound
they know he can pass. He
and
can pass.
and he could pass. And I
He's a
think
good
Jaren's
facilitator.
biggest issue he could do all the things offensively you want from a stretch big and a defensive player of the year, but he can't get a damn rebound. But you give him a guy like Yusuf next to him who could pass and you could use his.
You hear that too?
Yeah, you became very muffled. But yeah,
You sound like you're underwater.
yeah, with the Jaren trade, uh, everyone talks about
Is that better?
him being 7 foot and averaging only
Uh,
what 5 rebounds, and I like the fit with Walker Kessler there because Walker Kessler is grabbing every rebound, and that's
Yeah.
why I was telling Bobby that I'm going to mention this why I liked Jaren so much for the Hornets because he would fit in as that 4 man that can stretch the floor and take over games when we need it. He can defend. And then Musa would cover his rebounding because Musa is a nice hustle player. And then it was just the 3 first-round picks is just too much. For a team like us who are probably a year away. We're getting hot at a good time, but we'll probably pass by the Bulls and stuff in the play-in now. Now that the Bulls are selling for the first time in forever. But yeah, I would have liked Jaren, and I thought the trade was to us when I seen the notification, and then it said Jazz. And I mentioned to Bobby how it's reminding me of like potentially what the Raptors did with Bi. Even though Bi didn't play for them the rest of that year, but like going in and getting that guy, even if he doesn't have to be the number one, because Bi really isn't their number one.
I agree.
Bi is they have, and I was kind of skeptical because that team had no spacing, but now they're the 4th seed, but we'll see how that spacing works in the playoffs.
Whatever team they go against in the playoffs is tearing them up. I'm sorry. Like I know the East is very weak,
But they
but if we're being honest,
they have
any
no
team in the
spacing.
East that's ready enough to make the playoffs is straight defense.
Yeah.
Sixers got an amazing defense.
Hmm.
Celtics got a crazy defense.
But
Pistons have an
the
insane defense.
Raptors
No
have
matter
a
what,
have, have a nice physical defense. That's what they have. Their defense is physical.
Yeah.
They're gonna
yeah.
force you to. But
But if
what's
you
not
fight
gonna
defense
help?
with defense,
They're
they
not
have
lasting
no.
in the
Yeah,
playoffs if Colin Murray Boyles is their starting center. All right. This is why they're trying to get
It's
Sabonis
not
too,
gonna
and
happen.
which
It's
is
just not gonna happen.
probably
and
why
Joel Embiid,
Sabonis is
Vucevic is gonna
probably
fry him.
getting traded there. They're not surviving the playoffs without a
At
center.
all.
Murray Boyles is a 4-man who's forced to play the 5 right now. But yeah, they got a physical defense. Scotty Barnes, I like watching him because he can defend basically every position. He's strong enough to guard.
We're not making it to the final, so that ain't happening. Let's move on to another trade that happened today.
Jaden Ivey one. That one, I didn't even realize that one. Like, all I seen is
Me either.
A tweet from Underdog NBA saying Jaden Ivey, Mike Conley sent to the Bulls in a 3-team trade, and I was like, okay, what's going on? I thought that was the Kobe White trade because the Timberwolves have been looking for a point guard. But no, it was really just the Timberwolves shedding money to pursue a Milwaukee star, as Shams tweeted. He could have just said Giannis, but no, he had to say pursuing a Milwaukee star. So yeah, the Pistons take on Kevin Huerter and Dario Saric. Bulls get.
I really like that for the Pistons.
Bulls get Jaden Ivey, who they get to take a nice swing on. And Mike Conley.
Did they get? Yeah, they're gonna move off. Yeah, they're gonna move off him. Watch it now. We're gonna sign old freaking Mike Conley. So,
hey, y'all might need
like already. Now we actually might, but that's gonna ruin everything. By the way,
y'all trade James and Chris Paul instantly plays like.
Hey Chris, we gotta bring you back. Yeah, I bet. But
yeah, this was
I don't know. That trade was weird.
I was
Jaden Ivey. I wanted Jaden Ivey.
He's a Pistons fan, and I was telling him what like all the comments are saying. They're like, only reason the Pistons did this deal is to help get Giannis out the East. To clear money from Minnesota so they can get Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis in a Timberwolves jersey would go hard.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this trade, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it. Yes, to be honest. I like it for the Bulls just getting Jaden Ivey, but they have too many guards.
Trey Jones, Ayo Dosunmu.
Kobe White is 100% gone, and it's going to be one
of
Trey Jones or Ayo. I think Ayo isn't expiring. Yeah, Ayo isn't expiring. Trey Jones did sign a 3-year, 24 in the offseason. And that's nice value for a good backup point who's averaging like 13 points this year with like 5 assists. So we'll see what the Bulls do.
Trey Jones is exactly the kind of guy that a lot of.
Trey Jones is the exact type of guy that I've been telling Bobby I want the Hornets to get. Bobby, have I not been saying Trey Jones every time I talk to you? I literally texted.
We both want we both want the Jones brothers. Bro, I want Tyus. He wants Trey.
I texted Bobby earlier. I said, "Yo, Bulls have all these guards. You know what that means? Trey Jones to the Hornets."
Yeah, he did say that.
I said Trey Jones or Ayo.
Yeah.
Kawhi. I see them trading Jones before they trade.
Oh, and by the way, if people didn't know, Kawhi is an all-star. Whatever. Yeah. People are saying it's a pity all-star. He should have never got to that point.
If anyone was a pity all-star, it's LeBron.
It's Chet.
But yeah, the next trade we'll just do the Boston Anthony Simons for Vucevic in a second.
The Bulls.
It's actually no. The Bulls really got a first-round pick out of it.
Because,
it's gonna be the Pelicans' second-round pick, which is gonna be within the top 4 of the second round.
Right.
So like they got a very early second round, which can be considered a first-rounder at some point.
And some second rounders play at a first-round level. So
yeah.
Listen, this draft class, it's this year, right?
Yeah, this year's draft.
Yeah, you got crazy deep.
There's deep talent in this next draft class, bro.
Nice pick at that. Because look at what the Suns did.
You know what I don't like about the Bulls having?
What?
I was gonna say something I don't like about the Bulls. It's how they handle young talent, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like they've had how many players who come in looking crazy, like Buzelis, bro. He's a dog. I really like Madu Buzelis, and he's developing on his own. There's no help to the Bulls and no help to what they've done around him. Kobe White, the same thing with him. Ayo Dosunmu had that crazy like half a season where he was looking like a fourth best player on a championship team, the kind of guy. And then when's the last time you heard from him? It's like they want to stay mid for some reason. I'll never understand that. They never want to take that leap or they never want to take that step back. It's
Yeah. Well, what I'm
you
saying,
ask any Bulls fan about how they feel about the front office, and they'll tell you how they feel and
what I'm
they'll use a lot of
saying
cuss
from
words.
their trade.
Welcome to day 2 of the Bobcast trade deadline. I'm back with the guys. DJ,
Hey,
Doc
making
and
picks.
Tony,
I can Tony.
and
Not a cat.
Blake Medina.
Why does he get full name?
Why does he get
Because
full name? And I get.
he's a respected veteran of our country. Thank you for your service. Let's get this immediately started. Let's talk about AD getting traded to the Washington Wizards.
Yeah. Again, I was in class when this happened. All I seen, I seen Anthony Davis. I again, you could have gave me 100 guesses. I would not have said the Wizards right away. But the package was Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante Exum for Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, Marvin Bagley, 2 first-round picks, and 3 second-round picks. This trade was very, very interesting. I didn't know what to think. He's probably not going to play the rest of the year. Like what they're going to do with Trae Young. And yeah, but I don't know.
The Wizards still have their own pick this year, right?
They still have their own pick, yeah. Well,
I think
as
they
long as
do.
it's not in the.
No, there's.
It's
I
top
think
8
I was about to say
protected.
that's a caveat.
It's top 8 protected to the Knicks, but there's no way they fall to 8.
No.
So they're gonna get their pick. But yeah, I think I like how they got Trae Young and AD for cheap, but I feel like they're gonna see why they were available for cheap as well next year. Everyone's talking about Wizards are next up, but you're gonna see why Trae Young, who his type of guard is not really being favored nowadays. And then AD is gonna give you some good games, but those are gonna be the only games he gives you that year. So we'll see. But also, I'm gonna say I said it in day 1. The Wizards need a rebrand. We can't have AD and Trae Young hooping in those jerseys. They need a rebrand.
Kenny's. No, you're not the only one that doesn't like those jerseys.
They got a rebrand, bruh. I can't see.
Kentrell Beecham hates those jerseys too.
I hate them.
Hey, shout out Kenny Beecham. Let's get him on an episode.
Shout out Kenny.
That'd be
Beecham,
fire.
bro.
That'd actually be fire for real.
But
We're gonna tag him and everything now.
But get it together, bro.
Kentrell Beecham.
Contact him.
Oh my goodness.
Contact him,
to be
I'll let him know I'm a veteran.
To be honest, the stuff that Dallas got back, please send him away. Please send Chris Middleton away, bro.
Yeah.
Terrible.
They got a buyout.
They got Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson.
Because having him learn under Kyrie, that
Branham
can turn into something. Having AJ Johnson, because AJ Johnson's only 21, so he can learn under Kyrie.
Yeah, he's nice. He's nice too.
And he's nice.
I like him.
So I like that part. And most people are saying, well, obviously the Mavericks lost the Luka trade, but like getting something from out of AD, they wanted to trade him, so at least they got something.
Yeah. If I were to grade this trade, probably give Washington like a C.
Yeah. No,
C plus because they got
a lot of people are high on this trade, but I'm not that high on it because like
me
I said,
either.
AD, you're gonna see why you got AD for cheap.
Jaden Hardy's all right. The D'Lo's washed.
Jaden Hardy's probably the best piece out of that.
Yeah, like that's the only thing that's I guess exciting about that trade. But other than that, probably C for both of these teams, if anything. Next, we got. I don't know why DJ put his second in the script.
Because
Mason Plumlee.
I went in order that the trades happened. Technically, this trade had to go through first, so OKC can get Jared McCain, which is our next trade. Because they needed
Right.
to clear a roster spot with Ousmane Dieng because they're cutting Mason Plumlee anyway. Yeah, basically, so if this trade didn't go through, they wouldn't be able to get Jared McCain.
Basically.
And now let's just get to the Jared McCain trade.
Yeah.
Because I just had to mention that. But yeah, Jared McCain to the
Give it a second. Give it
Thunder.
a second. Give it a second. We're gonna go through an overview, or just my thoughts as
Yeah.
Blake shows his profile picture.
Yeah, I'm just reading the
DJ,
thing.
what are your first thoughts?
Well, I'm gonna read
I'll go last.
what they gave up. 2026 Rockets first round pick and 3 second round picks. Well, first, actually, I just remember something on AD trade. I just read it like right before we started recording. Those first round picks, I don't know, aren't really valuable. They're like top 20 protected, and if
That's
it
bad.
lands in the top 20, it becomes a second round pick.
Can I say something really quick?
Yeah.
Or like let me ask, food for thought. Anthony, what are your thoughts on Anthony Davis and Trae Young playing together?
I don't know, bro. I was low-key falling asleep. But yes. Those two dudes playing together, I feel like would be a great matchup. I don't know. I wouldn't know. But
Young Trae?
Young
I
Trae?
don't think I forgot about Young Trae. A long time ago, he
They old?
commented Young Trae under my post.
That's crazy.
Young Trae.
Yeah, it's an interesting trade. I don't know how it's gonna work out.
That is.
They're nice pieces to surround their young core with for Washington, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. But let's
But-
get back to McCain.
Their young core is weird though. They don't have like Alex Sarr, and then it's just a bunch of,
Trey Johnson.
yeah. But
Bilal.
yeah, this
Johnson's
Jared
nice.
McCain trade. So the funny thing about this one, so I got out of class, and I'm on my scooter.
I'm still in
I
class.
say a minute. I'm riding my scooter back to my room for a minute, and I stop at the crosswalk and I check my phone real quick, and then that's when I seen the Jared McCain trade. I'm like, what just happened? Like I was gone. I didn't have my phone out for a minute, and Jared McCain's now a Thunder, and then I was like wow.
I text DJ while I'm in class. By the way, I had Shams just open, ready to go whenever.
Yeah,
I'm like, of course he had to be a Thunder.
Of course, yeah. It's crazy though that Blake was saying go get Jared McCain during the draft, and they took
They got
Tokic,
him
and now they got
a year
both.
and a half later.
Now they got both.
They got both. Yep. The Philadelphia 76ers are going to receive a 2026 Rockets first round pick along with 3 seconds. So, honestly, if it all turns out well,
plus.
I'm giving this a A.
Yeah, it's an
minus or an A.
Let me get my thoughts.
And honestly,
you're last. You're last. But yeah.
Well, I was gonna just say a quick thing.
Yeah, and then this was needed for the Thunder. I've been saying one thing they need is a ball handler when Shai's not on the court, because obviously they run the rotation where J-Dub's on when Shai's not, but J-Dub can't be that primary ball handler when Shai's off, and Jared McCain's also going to provide a lot of shooting as well. A lot.
He ain't gonna provide no defense though.
Not a single lick of defense, but
not a single, and that's what you guys rely on.
But you know
a
what
lot.
though? You know what though? Jared, he's not a good on-ball defender, but he plays defense that OKC would need him to. Like he's good in passing lanes, and he gets back on defense. He's not lazy at all. He's a bit of a cone, but that's just because he's got a weird center of gravity.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll say this, bias aside, because I can go into how much I like both. The Sixers, this is a good deal for them. They needed to get off Jared. He's not a bad player whatsoever, but they got too much young depth in their guards, because they got VJ now, they got Tyrese. Like Jared's not that type of even Quentin Grimes. Jared doesn't. He would have been fine had they not gotten VJ. I think he fit really well next to Tyrese, because Jared is very good at he'll catch the ball and it's either a jump shot or it's one move and go. Then he'll get a bucket in the mid-range area. that's exactly the kind of thing we need in OKC because we don't have, like DJ said, it's not really any ball handling. No one can go get their own bucket besides the Bane too. Chet can sometimes, but he's a big, so we don't need that. I think you set him up next to Case and Wallace. That's a
Mhm.
good little pairing because they both are like similar in the sense of I don't want to say play style because Jared leans towards more offense
Yeah.
because Jared could go get a bucket. He could go pop off for 20 points every other night if he wanted to. But now that his role has lessened, but it meshes more with OKC, he's not going to be shooting 4 for 15 like he would with the Sixers because
Mhm.
he doesn't have that type of he has a squad around him now where they can kind of let Jared Cook come off the bench and then give us like 14 a game.
Yep. That's
But
really all he's
obviously,
gonna have to do.
using my bias, this is fire because it's my favorite team and my favorite player. So I thought it was super dope because like DJ said, when the whatever draft it was, 2023, I was like, OKC should just go get Jared, bro.
Blake was saying that
Because
the whole time.
Hold on. Hold on.
that's before I was even a big Jared McCain fan too. That's just when I kind of liked him.
Yeah.
He fits the culture too. So even if he doesn't perform well, he's a morale boost.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, next we'll move on to DJ's team traded for Kobe White.
Kobe White, yeah,
DJ's
no.
been
So
waiting for this.
I was on the phone with my dad actually when this trade went in, and all I seen is Justin. The Chicago Bulls are trading Kobe White. That's all I seen, and I was like, all right, let's see where Kobe White's going. And then it said Charlotte Hornets. I was like, what? And then I looked at the deal. It was Colin Sexton, Ousmane Dieng, and 3 second-round picks. One of those is that Thunder pick that we got from taking on Ousmane Dieng, and then one of them is a 2029, and then I think a 2030 as well. But yeah, with first, I loved Colin Sexton, but Kobe White's gonna provide.
He's one of my favorite players.
Yeah, I love Colin Sexton.
He still
He's
is.
gonna
He's
he's gonna
nice.
provide the
Young Bull.
defensive intensity. Yeah, and now Young Bull's a Bull, so but I don't think he's staying there.
That fits.
Oh shoot! I
but
just realized that.
But yeah,
that is
with
funny.
Kobe
I just
White,
realized
I've
that.
been saying, I've been telling Bobby, we need someone off the bench. We need someone off the bench. And now we got Kobe
And
White.
Kobe White could start any night
He can
when
start any
LaMelo
if
Ball's hurt. Like
Lamelo's
that's
off, Lamelo's in foul trouble, Lamelo's shooting bad. Put in Kobe
the Kobe White.
because Kobe can. He's
So
gonna be that guy that we, like what Blake was saying with McCain, where he's just gonna come in and get us our buckets off the bench because
mm-hmm.
our problem this year and during our win streak, actually, a big problem is as soon as LaMelo goes off, our 15-point lead would turn into a 4-point lead within a matter of a minute and a half. And it's because no one can make a bucket. And now, as you see, Kobe White's here. And even Mike Conley, who they're saying we could buy out, but I think this just depends on what we do with Pat Connaughton. Something that Charles Lee has ever since he came here. We always had just that one or two guys where they're on the team, but they're not gonna play. They're just there to be that vet, like Taj Gibson, basically, in Charles Lee's first year. Taj Gibson wasn't supposed to play, but had to because Mark Williams is made of glass. So Mike Conley, I would actually like if he stays, but if we buy him out and he goes back to Minnesota or to a contender, I don't mind. But yeah, Kobe White, back in North Carolina.
They play at UNC.
And yeah, a bench scoring guard because Colin Sexton, I liked him, but his shot is too inconsistent. Even Kobe White, obviously every shooter has their bad shooting days, but Kobe White is gonna, he's not that type of guy that you think of is coming off the bench, and having someone like him come off the bench is gonna be good for Charlotte, who hopes to make a play-in run now, with the Bulls selling, with the Hawks doing whatever they're doing. So we'll see.
Yeah. I have no thoughts. DJ already hit it on the head. So let's move on to Jackson Hayes being suspended.
That one came out of nowhere. I
That
watched
one,
the video.
I thought he got traded.
Yeah, no.
I need to see the video. I haven't even seen it.
Yeah, no, it
I
was
saw it.
yeah. That's pushing the Wizards mascot.
Just push the Wizards
It's
mascot.
only one game
Free
too,
will, I
so
guess. Yeah, nothing to say really there. It just happened.
free
It's
will.
one of those
Is that what
events
you
that
just
just
said?
happened. Free will. He said he did it off free will, bro. Free will and possibly a lot of anger. So uh, let's just move on to Shea's abdominal strain.
He's gonna be out for about 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks.
Well, we
He'll miss.
got his
I think
replacement.
he's. I was about to say
Yeah,
you guys
no.
will.
I've seen people laughing about it. They were like, "Shams dropped the Jared McCain news just to drop the Shea out for 2 weeks. 10 minutes later, because
Yeah,
that's
I
literally what
I
that
happened."
mean,
means McCain getting hella PT.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
because
This is gonna
Jada's
be his
out,
time to
so
prove.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
This does give him time to
free go
mesh. I
at it.
like that.
Yeah. Well, nothing to say there.
no,
Nothing
not
much
not
right there.
much. Shea, yeah,
Just
not much.
I got something.
Okay,
Not wait, is it about the shade thing
yes,
or are we still talking about that?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, then disregard. Never mind. I got something
All
separately.
right, we're
okay.
disregarding to the next topic. CP3 getting traded. I'll just report it here. The Los Angeles Clippers, Brooklyn Nets, and the Toronto Raptors agreed to a multi-team trade that sent Chris Paul to the Toronto Raptors, who's most likely being bought out to seek other
And
deals
retiring.
with
He's
contending teams
retiring.
or possibly retiring. I don't know. The the Raptors send Ochai Agbaji and a 2032 Raptors second round pick to the Nets, and the
And cash.
Clippers.
Didn't get
And
Vanja,
nothing.
cash.
Vanja,
And the Clippers
Vanja.
got nothing.
No, y'all got Vanja,
Nobody
bro.
knows who that
Y'all
is.
got Vanja.
Nobody knows who that is. Nobody
Yeah,
knows who that
y'all got
is.
Vanja, bro.
He was drafted in like 2019. We have his draft
Von,
rights. He's
Vanja
he's gonna go to
Marinkovic.
some other. He's gonna go to another team. Nothing there. Nothing there.
uh,
Honestly,
I'm glad
it
the
was just a
CP3
salary.
stuff
It's just a
finally got.
salary dump.
I'm glad
Yeah,
it finally got resolved because I was like, he's just at home. At least like cut
chilling.
him or something. Do something besides just
No, we had to trade him. We had to trade him. So because I think if we cut him, it would have stayed on our salary books.
yeah.
So
And at least y'all got
I
Vanja
think
for him.
nobody knows who this guy is. Only in Europe. But it's only to convert Jordan Miller and Kobe Sanders' contracts to standard contracts because
Hmm.
they're on two ways right now. So that's basically what the move was basically for, and getting rid of $7 million in cap. So um, I have no thoughts on this
Yeah,
trade
me either.
other than it
It
just
was
it's good that
bound
Chris
to
Paul's
happen
finally
though.
out of a bad situation,
Hmm.
you know. But other than that, I have no thoughts.
All
Next, we
right.
have Lonzo Ball going to purgatory,
Well,
aka Utah,
but he's already out of that jam. So
but he's
welcome
gone.
to
So
Charlotte.
yeah, the Cleveland Cavaliers agreed to trade Lonzo Ball and 2 second-round picks to the Utah Jazz, and they immediately bought out his contract, so now he's basically a free agent.
Yeah,
I like this for Lonzo. Lonzo is a valuable guy in my opinion because
I just don't. He
he's
Morning?
doesn't fit
honestly
in
any
Cleveland.
No.
yeah. Send him to the Clippers.
Well, it's wherever he wants to sign because he's
Well,
getting waived.
he'll sign wherever. I don't think like the only reason he'd probably sign with us is just to be basically near home. But if he wants to go contend for a title, but if anything, we'll give him the PT. He will be the starting
He
point
will.
if anything. Like that's the crazy part. We don't have a point guard right now because Darius Garland's hurt. So if he
Yeah,
signs with us, he will be a starting point.
yeah. Because I know a lot of people you know, did not like Lonzo in Cleveland because for a guard he's shooting like under 30% from the field this year. And you know that's not good really. But obviously his defensive moments are still there in Cleveland. But yeah, the offense is why he was getting no PT there. So
Mhm. It's just I don't know. Lonzo's a good point. He just
Yeah.
doesn't mesh well in certain situations. He's gotten his shot better. He's obviously a good playmaker. Um, but other than that, nothing too much to go off there. And then the next trade with Jock Lando basically making it a 3-team trade. He goes to Atlanta for cash considerations.
Cash considerations
I
the
don't
biggest.
like it
You don't like it? He wasn't gonna play in
because
Utah,
it's
Jock
just
so
Lando's a really solid
he
player.
wasn't gonna play in Utah. So
I
it's just
think
Atlanta taking
He
a
wasn't.
chance.
it's not about talent for me. It's just why.
Why would they do that?
Oh, Bobby got double.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm just curious, like why. I don't see
The
Yeah.
they
vision.
got they yeah they got they got bigs over there.
Yeah. If anything, we should have traded for Jock Lando. Nah.
Yeah,
Well,
Jacques is a
no.
better. I mean, he's
He's
better
better
than
than Brook
Atlanta in my
Lopez.
opinion.
Yeah.
He's better than Brook
Jock
Lopez.
can hit the 32. Or
Yeah.
Yak Landau.
But how many
Yeah.
6'9" centers can
He's
hit
7
threes
foot, bro.
in today's NBA?
He's 7 foot.
He's 7
But
foot.
it's
He's
also
pretty tall.
insurance because Porzingis is always injured and sick. So it's not like they have
Mm-hmm.
really that many centers. Now Fale Dante tore his ACLs out for the year, so they really only have Asa Newell's more of a forward than a center, so it's really just Onyeka there. So Jock Lando might play
Yeah.
a good bit. Because I swear every time I look at their injury report, Porzingis is out due to illness. So he got something. I'm not gonna say it on
DJ, do you
here.
want to say what he
I'm
has?
not gonna say it on here, but I know what he has.
Uh,
He got something.
okay.
Yeah. Those were all
Well,
the
let's
trades
move
that
on to
happened
some.
today.
Yeah.
As of
So far,
Wednesday at
as
like
of
6:40.
5:38
So if any trades happen while
my
we're
time.
recording this, we'll see. But if not, we're just gonna talk about some guys that could potentially be moved by tomorrow. We're gonna really go in the stars. We're not gonna go down in
Draymond.
the depths like oh, Trey Man's getting traded tomorrow. Bobby, well, we'll just start with our favorite teams. Bobby, is there anyone that you want the Clippers to target, whether they're on this list or trade away? I know one of them. You've been
Well, DJ already knows one of them. Bogdanovich.
gotta go.
Like he's got to go, making 16 mil. If we trade him to somebody that has at least 2 players that can make up that contract, they're gonna buy him out. I don't care if it's
The
like a
Nets.
7th or 8th man on the bench at this point. We kind of need a little bit more depth, if anything,
just get rid of him.
especially at the point guard position. Which leads me to Chicago. They have 2 really good guards, Ayo Dosunmu and Trey Jones, I think.
I think they want to keep Trey
Those
now.
2
I
would
think that
probably be
was
the ones.
announced. They're planning on keeping
Yeah,
Trey.
right.
Yeah, Anthony Ayo and Colin Sexton are the ones that
But
they're looking at moving.
yeah, if anything, those 3 probably be the ones to target if you're trying to get off Bogdanovich. Another guy I wish we would trade, but honestly, we're probably not going to trade him. Brook Lopez has not been shooting the ball really good as of recent. He's old. He's been up and down. He'll have a hot streak for like 2 games and then fall off for like 10.
Yeah, like that
So
Portland game, bro,
that's
where he was
probably
just hitting everything.
that Portland game was that one of
The
one in
anomaly.
a
He had an
million.
anomaly game.
It was an anomaly game. They should have tested him for something. But yeah. Other than that, I just feel we need some point guard play. We have no point now. So, or once Darius Garland comes back, somebody to handle the ball. What about you, DJ? What do you think the
For
Hornets
me,
need right now?
a power forward, really. I like T. Salon. I can see growth, but send him back to Greensboro and just go get someone to play when Miles Bridges can't. I've been saying Jalen Smith. Take a flyer on a Jeremy Sohan even. Someone like that.
I like
Jeremy
Sohan.
Sohan, and
I like Sohan for the
they're planning
Hornets.
on moving him. So I could see us because he's making around the Josh Green money, who's the guy I'm saying we should move. I like Josh Green, but with me, our bench is well, it was Colin Sexton, Sion, Josh Green, and Sion and Josh Green are literally like the same player, defense first. Um, so I feel like we can move off of Josh Green, who's making I think like 12 million. And also potentially Trey Man. I'm seeing that we're looking at doing a Trey Man for Goga swap. But yeah, if we're trading like Trey Man or any of
Why
them,
would the Magic do that?
they're trying to get off Goga's money. That's
That's
why.
fair.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I felt like they needed a big, but or should keep
Yeah, that's
Goga.
what I'm saying.
Well, it did say the talks have kind of staled because we don't want to give up any draft capital, and Orlando doesn't want to give up any. So we'll see if that trade happens by tonight or tomorrow. Like I said, if we can get anyone, Jeremy Sohan's probably who I want right now because for him to be like 6'8",
Yeah.
he can handle the ball a little bit. He was the Spurs' point guard Wemby's rookie year. Funny thing, so he would be a nice like connecting piece there. Doesn't have to start, can come off the bench. Just yeah. So Jeremy Sohan, really.
All right. Welcome to day 3 of the NBA trade deadline. I'm back with the guys, DJ and Ant. Unfortunately, Blake is unavailable right now as he's sleeping as it's 11:03, but pretty sure he'll be back for the next episodes. We're going to talk about some of last night's trades and waves to some players, and then we're going to talk about what happened earlier today, on Thursday, February 5th, which was the trade deadline officially. So let's get into it. Big Dotto.
Oh my gosh. Ketchup cake.
A what?
Keg.
DJ's not going to spawn a keg
ketchup.
of ketchup
I'm
in
not,
your hand.
Oh. Whoa.
yeah.
If y'all seen the Instagram pictures, there's a Heinz is
Maybe you need to
releasing a
start
ketchup
sending
ketchup,
me
bro.
pictures of your interruption so I can add it in when you're talking about it.
Right.
Oh, I should have done that
Yeah,
before,
you should
huh?
have. That's an X.
That's an X. That's a slash, not an X. Like, anyways, yeah, Heinz is releasing a whole cake of ketchup. So
That ant's gonna
for all
buy it.
y'all, tomato,
And we'll buy that.
for any tomato fans,
Tomato?
y'all can go, get that. But yeah, that's us.
Thank you, Ant, for your McDonald's. Let's get into these trades that happened last night on February 4th, which was a Wednesday. Let's start.
What the? What the?
Would you
Now,
like me to restart?
just pick up from the first trade
Okay.
that happened. Yeah, no, like I was looking. It said it swapped my device, so my headphones went off. So you guys were
Oh,
going through something. I don't know what y'all were going through, but maybe my beats.
I don't know. But all right. Well, the first trade for last night, February 4th, we start with Tyus Jones, guard, and along with 2 second-round picks getting traded to the Charlotte Hornets for cash considerations. DJ, take us away.
Yeah, no. This one was just out of nowhere. Was this the one? Did I tell you that we just got Tyus Jones, or did you say it? It
I
was you,
think
right?
I think it
Or
was me.
yeah, I think you were like, y'all just got Tyus Jones. And I was like, what? Like, because it just came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
One thing our GM loves doing is taking on a bad contract and getting seconds for it.
Yeah.
We have a whole bunch of seconds over the next 7 years, and there's just something we can build up. You can trade a whole bunch of seconds for a late first. So we'll see what we do with that. But yeah, taking on 2 seconds. I don't have what seconds they were anymore, but because we got Tyus Jones, we had to waive Pat Connaughton. I liked him. He didn't play a lot, but he was a nice vet. Uh, I seen that he actually sat next to Khan on every plane ride to every game. He sat next to Khan and was a big
That's
leader
fire.
for Khan. So that's why it was kind of sad. And basically his bench reactions every time someone would do something, whether it's a three, whether it's a dunk. You see him reacting on the sideline, um, and I was telling Bobby about this. Like the Hornets, we love our vet that's not gonna play or that we don't want to play or shouldn't have to play, and he's just there to just be a vet. And we'll talk
Right.
about who we got later as our vet as the last trade of the trade deadline. But yeah, Pat C actually liked him. It sucks that because of the rule we can't bring him back for a year, so he's gonna have to go
Dang.
sign somewhere.
Right.
But yeah, so thank you, Pat C, though.
Thank you, Pat C, for your contributions to Charlotte. Next, probably one of the bigger trades that happened, and kind of a out of nowhere one if you think about it, especially for the guy that said it himself that he was shocked. Forward Jonathan Kuminga and guard Buddy Hield were traded from Golden State to Atlanta for Kristaps Porzingis. So, what do we think about that one?
Warriors had to pivot off of Giannis, who did not get traded. We're not talking about Giannis in this video. Did not get traded. They pivot to Kristaps. Getting off of Kaminga's $22 million contract. He didn't want to be there, even though he was shocked that he got traded. But yeah, getting someone a nice stretch big, rebounding is still going to be a problem because Kristaps, he's better than Brook Lopez at rebounding, but he's one of those stretch forwards that don't rebound as much as they should as being a center, really.
Yeah,
You know,
I would know firsthand.
like literally Kristaps, Miles Turner, Brook Lopez. It's them three. Like,
The
cause
big three.
Cat stretches the floor, but you see him grabbing 20 rebounds a game.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because he's a lot bigger as well. But yeah, I like this trade.
Delete
I
that.
like this trade for the Warriors. For
We're deleting that.
and
sorry, guys.
for the Hawks,
I
I was
just
telling Bobby this last night. I don't know how much I like the fit with the Hawks because Reese Shea, Jalen Johnson, and Jonathan Kuminga all seem like the same type of player to me.
same play style.
Same mold, same play style. So we'll see how that works. Obviously, one of them will come off the bench. Two of them will start. It'll probably be Kuminga off the bench, just as that firepower. But yeah, overall, it was an interesting trade. Kuminga is finding out of Golden State, but we'll see how this turns out for Golden State if they can start winning some games because obviously the trade deadline is passed. If anything, they're getting a uh, I
They
don't know,
probably
the
need a backup point or a
best
point.
player on the buyout market. I don't know.
Cam Thomas.
Yeah,
Well, we'll get to him. I'm sorry
we'll
for
get to
spoiling
Cam
it, but
Thomas. But if y'all watching this video, y'all probably seen all the news.
exactly. So
Next is the
next,
saddest news of the deadline.
probably one of the yeah, definitely one of the saddest. Hawks
Definitely.
Wave center Doo-Wop Reith.
Doo-Wop. Do you even know what graphic I have up there of him?
No,
I
no.
just found one.
I couldn't only imagine. I have nothing here. Obviously he got traded away from Portland for Vit Krejci, which I don't
Yeah.
know if he's still on that team, but
He is. He's
um,
he actually came in and hit some shots and played some nice defense for them against the
oh,
Suns.
okay. But yeah, Do Up Reef. I think DJ had. Oh yeah, I do remember seeing this.
Yeah.
That's low key. That's low key some respect right there. Like
That
this
is.
Photoshop is really good.
Like whoever made this one, props to you.
Like they put him in the warm ups too, dapping somebody up. Like that's actually good.
It's actually
Like
a very good
like they
duo
made
brief.
him feel like he was a part of the organization. Like that's
Like
crazy to
he's been
me.
there for years.
That is actually
But still,
cool.
Doo-Wop, he's out for the year, so there was really no reason for the Hawks to keep him on the roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah. Moving on. Forward slash center. I don't know why I said slash. Forward center Trace Jackson Davis is was traded to Toronto for a 2026 Lakers second round pick. He was originally on the Warriors, right?
Yeah. Yes. Toronto's been looking for a big man. I thought they were going to go get Nick Richards, but we'll see. Trace Jackson Davis, another one of them undersized centers. So that's why I thought they were going to go for Nick Richards because even Mamu Kelishvili is he's like 6'8" at a center, and that's that it could be good, but you want someone tall in there. Jakob Pertl has been injured. That's why I thought they were going to get Nick Richards, who we'll talk about later. But it's just an okay trade for both. Raptors taking a swing on Trace, and Warriors can get something out of that second round pick. We've seen second round picks become very valuable. So if
Mhm.
that can become someone, I believe Trace was a second round pick, was he not?
Trace was nah. I don't know if he was for sure. He was probably like a late first, if I'm not mistaken, maybe. Nah, when did he get drafted? 24,
He
23?
was 57. Wow.
In 23, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I
57
remember.
by the Wizards, but immediately
Wow.
traded to Golden State.
And he had a pretty solid run there. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, here's one team that literally has nobody that is 7 foot. All of their players are under 7 foot. Gershon Yabusele was traded from the Knicks to the Chicago Bulls in exchange for Dalen Terry.
Yeah, they've been trying to get off Gershon. And you seen what he did, right? How he like waived his like player option basically.
Oh, no, yeah,
Basically
he did.
to
He did
save the Knicks
making
money and for himself basically to
right
go
to
to
make himself
Chicago.
an unrestricted free
Yeah.
agent. Yeah.
So props to Gershon for that, giving up money,
Hmm.
helping the Knicks, helping himself out. And they got it for Dalen Terry, who we'll talk about later, got traded again. But yeah, Gershon actually came in and played some very nice minutes for them today. I believe he had a
He
double
did.
double.
He did. He had
15
14
and
and 11, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken, or
maybe
15 and
14.
11, something
Yeah, I
like
think it was
that.
15 and 10. So it's just some nice minutes. All
Yeah.
their new guys came in and gave them some nice minutes.
Hmm.
Besides
Yep.
Colin Sexton, but
Did he? He didn't even play, did he?
he didn't play. Yeah, he wasn't available.
Yeah. Right. So, that'll wrap up some of the last ones from last night, February 4th. Let's move on to today, the trade deadline day. Earlier this morning, guard Ayo Dosunmu along with forward Jalen Phillips were traded to Minnesota in exchange for guard Rob Dillingham, forward Leonard Miller, DJ's guy, and 4 second-round picks.
Yeah, instantly he's their best point guard.
Yeah,
Most people don't look at Io and think he can be a point guard, but you know, Ant also has his ball handling. Obviously Julius Randle can handle the ball. Jaden McDaniels can even handle the ball. So it's not like he has to be that primary ball handler, but he can play make. He can go create his own shot, create shots for everyone else. I like Io DeSumo, and I'm glad he went to a contending team
right,
like Minnesota for Rob Dillingham, who Chicago can take a swing on, and even Leonard Miller. Chicago doesn't really have much to do this year. That they're finally doing the right thing and not just staying mid and getting assets.
right.
So yeah,
Those four second-round picks. I don't know what years they are,
yeah.
but those should be pretty
You
decent as
like
well.
we were saying, you can get rotational players for second round
Hmm.
picks. Like look, AJ Mitchell
Yep.
for the Thunder.
Yep.
So yeah,
Moving on, the Los Angeles Lakers traded Gabe Vincent finally and a 2032 second-round pick to the Atlanta Hawks for Luke Kennard.
Lakers get some more shooting, which sometimes that's a problem because
With
like
the Lakers, yeah.
obviously yeah. Because yeah, they don't really have shooters. Marcus Smart ain't a shooter. Rui ain't a shooter. Jake LaRavia, I guess, is one of their better
He's a
shooters.
stretch. Yeah, he's one
He's
of their
one of
better
their better
shooters.
shooters. So yeah, they needed a
I
shooter.
mean, I guess Vanderbilt's shooting
Vander,
threes now, but
he is, and he's kind of making them. But yeah, Lakers get a shooter who can also handle the ball very well. I know last year
he's a really
he
good
had
ball
like
handler.
multiple games with like 8+ assists, for the Grizzlies. So yeah, this is gonna be a nice point guard off the bench for them.
Right. Right. And I think me and DJ were talking about this. From when I've experienced with Luke Kennard when he was with the Clippers long time ago. Not a cone on defense. He's actually a pretty decent defender. And he's
Everyone
very
just
versatile too.
I
Like
hate
he's a
the white guy shooter archetype. How everyone the stereotype how everyone just thinks if he's a white guy shooter. I know it happens a lot like with Dalton Connect, but
right.
like it just shouldn't be a stereotype.
No,
Like
I shouldn't.
they even try to give Khan those
Right. But Luke
comps. I
Kennard's
know.
one of those guys, like he's very versatile off the
Mhm.
dribble as well. Like he could
Yep.
create his own shot if he felt like it.
And he will.
So, yeah, moving on. The Bucks traded Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey to the Suns in exchange for Nick Richards and Nigel Hayes Davis.
Yeah, this
This is
deal.
one of those
Well,
mid
first,
trades.
I don't even think they want Cole Anthony. Apparently, there were reports that they were trying to ship him to Houston, but the deal just couldn't get done. They couldn't
Oh
match the
wow.
contracts. But yeah, it's really, I don't know. The Suns just getting off of Nick Richards, who they've just been trying to trade. That's really all it is.
Right.
But part of this deal, which I'll just go into it, I'm pretty sure it was technically a three-team deal where Ujman Jang was sent from the Bulls to the Bucks, basically for Nick Richards in this
Right.
deal. So basically, Nick Richards for Ujman Jang. I don't know if they put it together as a three-team deal or if not, it was just its own separate. But as you can see, they're welcome to their respective teams, and
Hmm.
you can see Bobby in the middle of them. Yo, get out
I
of
guess.
here.
All right. Let's move on to this guy. Chris Boucher being traded to the Jazz for two-way guard John Tonje. What? Chris Boucher, 2K legend for Blake.
Yeah,
I guess that's all I gotta say. Now, Chris Boucher's like, I guess he's all right. He was with Boston. I don't know why I said it like that, but
Boston.
he was with Boston. But I have nothing for Chris Boucher, honestly.
I have nothing. It was just for
Yeah, cash,
it was.
basically
That's all it
cash.
was for.
Yeah, let's move on to Dalen Terry. Uh, 2 seconds and cash considerations to the Pelicans for Jose Alvarado.
They got their guy. They technically did trade him for Gershon. So we
Yeah,
we literally said it in part in day two. So
yeah,
there you go. I don't
yep.
know how much they needed a point off the bench because Tyler Kolek has been very good,
He's
but
been solid for the majority of this year, but
yeah,
yeah,
we'll see what the Knicks do with Jose.
he should be decent. Next, the Denver Nuggets traded Hunter Tyson and a 2032 second round pick to Brooklyn for the less favorable of a Clippers slash Hawks second round
So
pick
that
in
might be like a top
2026.
top 10 second round pick
It
there
can't
though
be.
for Hunter Tyson.
Yeah.
Top 10, maybe
But
at least like midway through 15.
yeah. Because say if it's us, that's definitely a top 10 pick. Well,
Yeah,
less favorable is the
is
Hawks since they're
yeah, it's gonna
technically
be
a
the
better
Hawks.
team. So
So
it'll most
wherever the
likely be the
Hawks end up,
Hawks.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hunter Tyson, he didn't play much for them. Former second round pick.
Yep.
Yeah, second. Had to make sure he wasn't one of
Hmm.
those like late first that.
Nah. He was for sure. It's
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
remember
he
him
he
being
was
in
a
the
second
second.
round pick out of Clemson. Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched him a bit. I I remember I seen some edits about him. They're like the Hunter Tyson's type of guy you like on your team because he don't wear no accessories. He don't even wear like
Like a compression pant?
the sleeveless compression shirt under that
Oh
most guys wear nowadays. He don't wear compression shorts or pants. He just goes out there and hoops.
wow.
He
Hey,
just goes out there
you
and
just
hoops,
gotta
bro.
you just gotta go out there and hoop. Yeah. At that point,
But yeah,
that's actually
he
funny.
actually gave the Nuggets some serviceable minutes this year during the times when the Nuggets were down Jokic and Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown and
Sometimes
even Cam
Jamal
Johnson
Murray,
now. So
Cam
yeah,
Johnson too. So
but yeah, nice
yeah,
trade. They get a second round pick this year. See if they can get their next Hunter Tyson.
yeah. All right. Next, Josh Minot was traded to the Nets for cash considerations. He was previously on the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, I remember he started off this year great. I
Yeah,
remember
he
he
was
had
on
like
a
a
he was on a
double
weird
double
run.
very early in the year, maybe multiple, and then he just fell out the rotation, and they traded him for some cash. So
Yep.
it
Nothing
was
really
well,
to say
to be
here.
honest, people don't know what the Celtics got back. It was either cash or some random Serbian, is what they said.
Of course.
Like
Of
like
course, it's the
Vanja,
random. Yeah, like Vanja, whatever his name is, Vano, Vanja, whatever.
Vanja
Um,
Markovic or something.
yeah, whatever. But next, the 76ers traded old man Eric Gordon and a 2032 second round pick swap to the Grizzlies.
I didn't watch much Eric Gordon because I don't think he played much. That's all I can
Exactly.
say about this.
Now the 2032 pick swap, I don't, I don't even know about that one either.
Yeah.
That was just get
Oh,
Eric Gordon off your team, I guess,
yeah.
for the 76ers. I don't know, but this. Let me see if DJ did anything to alter my spot right here.
I
Okay,
didn't do nothing to alter you.
I don't think he did. Okay, cool. Well, next, for all the Clippers fans that might be watching this
Cover
vid,
your eyes.
cover your eyes because they're here. The Los Angeles Clippers traded center Ivica Zubac to the Indiana Pacers in
what?
exchange for Ivica Zubac.
There you go.
For the Indiana Pacers in exchange for Benedict Mathurin, center Isaiah Jackson, 2 first-round picks, one of them being a 2026 top 4 slash or basically top 4 and basically top 10 to 30 protected pick, which if the Pacers first rounder this year falls outside of that range of those two ranges, it converts into a Pacers 2031 unprotected first and a 2029 unprotected pick along with 1 second round pick. Bye.
Now give your
You're
thoughts.
ruining you're ruining my my journalism career right now by putting "bye" at the end, but I didn't have to say it. My thoughts. Well, first, it hurt my heart, but I knew it was gonna happen once James Harden was traded. Somebody had to go. It was probably going to be most likely Zoo since he was pretty much selling at a high value. Yeah, he had a really good game recently. He's been rebounding a lot. He's been having a lot of rebounding games as well as DJ points over there. I don't know, but as you can see, it's behind me. So representing for the Clippers right now. Zoo was our longest tenured Clipper. He had some really good moments. Obviously, he had some really bad moments, but overall, like, there's nothing really bad to say about Ivica Zubac. Like, if anything, I'd retire the jersey. And his complaining hands, him yelling, him pointing at some, like there's somebody wide open in the wing and like they're open for a 3 and he just stands there and just like puts his hands like this.
Anytime
Like
when
what
the
are
hot mics pick up Zeus, hey, the DJ's
yeah,
like, hey, like I'm like, bro.
and then like yeah, but Zoo definitely one of our greatest Clipper bigs of all time. Um just liked his energy every time he played, even when he was complaining. He had some really big moments with us. Like the Pacers game back in 2023, if I'm not mistaken. He had a 30.29 rebound game against them. So that was probably one of the biggest moments he's had. Um,
And he's
I'm
gonna
I'm
have
gonna
that
miss
against the
Zoo,
Clippers.
huh?
And he's gonna have that exact game against the Clippers.
March 4th. I
He's
think it's
probably
March
gonna hit a
4th.
3 in that game too. I bet he will.
I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly wouldn't be surprised. But um, I'm gonna miss Zoo a lot, and I did feel bad because he recently just uh
Literally
had
yesterday.
his baby girl. I think yeah, it was a baby girl. So I kind of felt bad that they traded him when his baby was born, but I guess new journeys, new beginnings for him and his wife, if I assume. But in exchange, we got Benedict Mathurin. I've been wanting Benedict Mathurin for a while. Real versatile guard. He is a little bit inconsistent with his shot from time to time, but he's very athletic. He's a decent defender, I guess. But he's had really big moments in Indiana as well. He's just been hurt a lot, and that's also another concern. He's 23, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going into the youth movement with Isaiah Jackson. I think Isaiah
Still too
Jackson
young.
had he had this random big game against us. I think I remember it. I don't remember the year, but I remember he had a really big game against us. I don't really know much about him, but I know he's a decent stretch. Obviously, yeah, I don't know much about Isaiah Jackson.
26 and 10
26 and
in
10.
2022. Isaiah Jackson against y'all.
Yes, he had a big game against us some years ago. I
He
remember
really
it.
remembered it, bro.
I remember. I just don't remember the year. I know he had a big game against us though, but I don't really know much about him. But hopefully, he's a serviceable center in replacement of Brook Lopez, I guess. But Brook Lopez is going to end up starting, so um, yeah. And the 2 first round picks. Now, let me get into this 2026 one. Um, honestly, if I was a GM, I wouldn't let this slide. It at least have to be like top 5 protected, if anything. I wouldn't go for this top 4 slash top third. Like the Pacers, by our luck, would have to land in that 4 to 9 spot. What is Ant doing over there?
Ah,
He's looking at Lil Bro's game.
Oh, is he raging because Lil Bro's not doing anything right?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't. I'm like whenever you guys like look at each other and like make eye contact through
Yeah,
the screen,
no,
I'm
cause
like, what are they talking about? But the Pacers would have to land at this 5 to 9 spot and then have to be straight luck. Like I don't know how that would work. Obviously, like if we do get that pick, we'll get a really nice rookie out of this year's draft, which this 2026 draft is looking pretty good.
hmm
So DJ was telling me earlier before we recorded, we'll have to focus on that for the majority of the offseason because we don't know if this pick could fall in between that 5 to 9 range. So
Yeah.
it all has to be luck, and then obviously we have a 20 to 29 unprotected. So now we own a pick instead of having our pick owned for once. Because we only had our 2030 pick that we owned, so now we have another pick that we could just I don't know if we use that in another trade, but and then we get another second round pick. So not obviously. Well, actually, obviously, yeah. Zoo's gonna be a big miss. The center position is kind of suspect right now with Isaiah Jackson, Brooke Lopez, and Yannick Niederhauser. But overall, I'd probably give the Clippers like a B+, A- type of grade here. Got some picks back, which we desperately needed. You got some versatility with Benedict Mathurin, and yeah. DJ, any thoughts?
Yeah, no, really just with the draft pick, yeah. If the Pacers are what, it's the bottom three teams are basically locked in 1 through 5,
Mm-hmm.
and they're probably going to be that bottom team because they're doing a ethical tank.
Yes.
Theirs isn't as bad because their stars out is literally just Pascal and a whole bunch of friends. So
Right.
Um, so yeah, the lottery is actually going to be very important. The farthest they can fall is 5, but what I've noticed in the past couple of years is the teams that blatant tank are the ones that drop to 5. Like
Mm.
that's why Utah gets. That's why they got 5. Even though they got Ace Bailey, that's why they got 5 because Walker Kessler was conditioning 78 games into the year. I still have that screenshot on my
I
phone.
bet you do. I bet you do.
But yeah, that's all I got to say. I do like the trade though. You know, uh, selling high on Zoo, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, he's a nice center for Halliburton to play with. And
For
me
sure.
and Bobby talked about this. We'll see if Indiana tries to have Zoo start expanding his range a little bit because basically all the centers that's been through Indiana at least can hit a midi.
Something.
Yeah,
That's why Isaiah
not
Jackson can
just
stretch the
Zoo's
floor
little
the way he
turnaround.
does.
Like at least
I,
be able to
I'm gonna miss
like
that too, bro.
be like DeAndre Ayton. At least hit
Yeah,
those.
like
Start hitting those.
a
If
little 15 footer,
if he can start hitting
little ten
those
footer,
a little
like
consistently, Zoo's gonna be even better.
for
That'll
sure.
just expand his game. But yeah, that's all I
Yeah,
had to say about the trade. I like it for both teams.
me too. All right, next, Tyus Jones, who was previously on the Charlotte Hornets, was traded to the Mavericks for Malachi Branham.
Yeah, no, this one was very interesting. This was the last trade of the trade deadline. Well,
Mhm.
of the trade deadline time. Yeah, it came out of nowhere. Oh, I was just chilling on my phone. I was thinking like there might be one more trade. I didn't expect it to be us, but then I see Hornets are trading Tyus Jones, and I was like, okay, where? And Dallas Mavericks for Malachi Branham, who's a nice combo guard who can create his own shot. We've seen that. We haven't really seen it in Washington, which people are like, that's a bad thing if he's not getting minutes in Washington. It's just they just trust their young core. He was never supposed to be part of that anyway. Um, and yeah, we'll see. Malachi Branham obviously isn't coming to Charlotte to come play 15 minutes a game. I don't even think he plays. He's gonna be that one of just those end of bench guys if he even sticks around. Plus, we save 7.5 million, or we add $7.5 million just for getting off of Tyus Jones.
Yeah,
Yeah, not much to say about Tyus or Malachi. I don't even know if Malachi stays. All these other trades, at least they welcome the guy. They ain't even give a welcome Malachi Branham graphic yet.
that's messed
So
up. That's messed up. That's messed up. Well, the trade deadline, as DJ said, ends right here, so we'll be going to people that got waived. One guy out of nowhere, Nets
literally,
waived
like
guard
right
Cam
after free
Thomas.
agency ended,
Mm-hmm.
Nets wave Cam Thomas. They couldn't even get some seconds for him.
Yeah,
Like that's
nothing.
crazy.
They just said screw it, and I think it's better that they let him go rather than try to
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you would want to sell him for something, because then if he goes to another team and just absolute like if he turns into a whole different player, like then the Nets are gonna be like, well, shoot, we just let a guy go for nothing without even getting anything. But they have plenty of guards. They have Dioman. They got Ben Saraf, who's technically a guard to an extent. He's just a taller
Yeah.
guard. So they have those guys there. So I just don't think it was any more space for Cam. And to be honest, it was already time for him to go anyways. He wanted a bigger contract there in Brooklyn, but they wouldn't give it to him due to how his play style is, just a pure scorer. But to not get anything out of Cam Thomas, not even a second, one or
A
two,
second
is
and a
just kind of
salary filler.
something. Like I don't know. It was kind of weird move, but
It was weird,
uh,
but
now he
I
gets to decide his fate or
yeah.
his destiny. I don't.
Props to the Nets for waiving him and allowing him to just find his next home. Me
Right.
and Bobby were talking about this. He's gonna go to a team that's gonna let him just take the shot so he can build up his value for his next contract.
Hmm.
And we'll see, because I don't see him going straight to a contender and just trying to win. I see him, wanting to get his bag.
Yeah.
Because what if he goes to show out on? I don't even know anymore. Usually we would just say Washington, but now their young core is stacked. We can't even say them. If you like the Grizzlies,
The
he can
Grizzlies
go to
would
a
be
team
a
like the
perfect spot.
Grizzlies, go take 15 shots a game, build up your value. We don't
Yep.
even have to resign you in the offseason.
Mm-mm. Somebody will overpay for him.
Yeah.
Somebody. I don't know who it's gonna be, but somebody will.
And I hope whatever team he goes to, he agrees to be in that 6-man role. Because I
Yeah.
feel a guard like him can excel in that 6-man role. Because you don't want him starting with his negative defense. Like, I know
Right.
some teams can cover up the defense, but his is hard to cover up. He's a cone,
Yeah. He is not the.
and he's not really much of a playmaker either. So that,
Mm-mm.
yeah, he needs to just be that firepower off the bench that just comes in and just lights it up.
Literally. Literally. But yeah. Next, the Chavs waive Chris Boucher.
They literally just took him on just to wave him, just to help the Celtics.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Uh,
Danny Ainge?
Danny Ainge was the former GM for the Boston Celtics, and he's in Utah. So
Yep.
yeah. Danny Ainge always does a trade with Boston as a
Just to help.
we'll just to help, help the good old team. But yeah. Next, the Hornets waived guard Mike Conley. Couldn't
I
even
was
keep the vet, bro.
I was hoping we can keep him, but I guess to make our moves official, we had to cut him. I know we cut
Yeah.
him after the Kobe White trade became official. So
Yeah. All right, next we have the Grizzlies waiving Eric Gordon. He wasn't going to stay
another
there.
one. He wasn't, and I don't know if he even gets picked up.
I don't think so either. He's just
Like, what do
old,
you
man.
want him there for? What is he gonna
I
do
don't know.
for a
Vet
contender?
vet vibes, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know, but next we have the Bucks waiving Nigel Hayes Davis. I
they
don't
took.
know much about this guy.
Yeah, he was overseas for a while,
Okay, that makes sense.
and the Suns signed him to try and give him a chance. Just traded him.
Right, right. Well, the Nets did some more waiving. They waived guard Tyrese Martin, and I don't know if this is a surprise or not, but they waived Hunter Tyson as well.
Not much of a surprise with Hunter Tyson. I thought they would have just kept him. Just Utah, or not Utah. The Nets are trying to tank. You should go get
Yeah,
some tank commanders like Hunter Tyson. Just let him go take 7 shots a game.
something,
Like,
something.
at least you're not just sitting guys. At least you're just playing guys, and they're just helping you lose. And with Tyrese
Hmm.
Martin, I know he was pretty serviceable this year. I remember when we played them earlier in the year, he had some very big shots. But
Yeah, he was good last year too. I remember him playing
I think
last year a lot.
out of all these guys that are waived, obviously Mike Conley will get picked up. Cam Thomas. I don't know about Chris Boucher, Eric Gordon, Nigel Hayes Davis, but Tyrese Martin might actually get some looks.
Yeah.
I know he's too old and has been in the league for too long to get a two-way. So some team's gonna actually need to sign him. But I feel
Hmm.
like Tyrese Martin is out of like the non-likely ones, the most likely to get signed.
Right. Tyrese Martin is 26, so yeah. And finally, this is basically the last
An
move that was done
hour
on the
after
trade
after
deadline.
the deadline passed, by the way.
Xavier Tillman was traded to the Charlotte Hornets for cash consideration.
Yeah.
Which,
No, we got our own pick back in 2030. I just remember that.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Xavier Tillman. That's our vet center. We replaced Plumlee with Xavier Tillman. I know he had some big games in the finals against the Mavericks. Blocked Luka, hit a corner three. Literally in the thank you Xavier Tillman post, all the comments are, yeah, thank you for that corner three. Because it was a big shot in the finals.
Thank you for that corner three. So funny to me.
Xavier Tillman, Miles Bridges, and Grant Williams are the oldest players on the Hornets. They are all 27.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You guys are definitely one of the younger teams for sure.
Yeah, like, because obviously if we kept Mike Conley, that would have brought our age up just like a year, just because Mike Conley's 38.
He's like 39.
Yeah,
38,
just because.
39.
But 27 for 3 guys, and the rest are younger is crazy. Trey Mann just turned 25, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's funny because
Xavier Tillman was in Boston with Charles Lee. So Charles Lee gonna go get one of his guys, and he's literally just gonna be here to be our vet.
right.
Hopefully he can, and he has championship experience. I'm pretty sure that's what they're looking for in our vets. As you can see with Pat Connaughton, with Xavier Tillman now, they want a vet that has championship experience to bring that to our young guys and show them what it's like. So
Right.
I like Xavier Tillman. He's not coming here to play. He's coming here to sit on the bench and encourage the young guys to play better and get better. So
Right. Well, before this this last section right here, let's just touch on some of the guys that we said would be potentially traded. We did terrible,
we did
by the way.
bad, but it's also
Like,
Shams baited us with Giannis.
he did. He really did.
We got 15 posts a day about Giannis, and then next thing you know, Giannis is
Oh,
staying.
Giannis is staying.
And then the Bucks want to start tweeting out random stuff, and then Giannis posts basically, so it's all making Shams seem
Like a terrible reporter.
Yeah.
When the Bucks organization was giving Shams all this false, they were basically creating a false narrative that Giannis was going to get traded.
They were. So.
And then the same thing with Ja as well.
Ja is they just didn't get what they wanted.
Right. They couldn't. They really couldn't
Oh,
find
you want to
nothing.
know why? I seen it actually earlier. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I screenshotted it because this was bad, Bobby.
Ooh,
what the Mavericks wanted, or no, what the Grizzlies wanted for Ja. It was like, I would do this in a heartbeat.
I think I saw it.
It was either one of Jaime or Ware.
Yep.
And a first round pick with Rozier's contract. I'm giving that up in a heartbeat. I'm packing Jaime's bags. Yo, your locker room's already packed up. You're heading to Memphis. Bye.
Terry Rozier, you're in court, buddy. You're never coming back to the league.
Like, Terry Rozier is just there for the contract, but hey, I don't.
And they were probably gonna buy out his contract anyways.
Yeah, but yeah, Jaime, I'm sorry, your bags are packed, your locker's packed. Get on the private jet. You're heading to Memphis.
You're going on that PJ to Memphis, the worst city probably in the NBA right now. I'm just kidding, but Memphis has its nice spots, but just the front office for the Heat, specifically Pat Riley, incompetent. You need to figure out a way to get him out of Miami.
They're starting to kind of remind me about the Bulls, just too reluctant to make that move. The Bulls didn't want to trade Vucevic all these years, didn't want to trade Kobe White, and now look, they're barely getting things for them. You need to capitalize.
They really did that?
Yes.
That's messed up. That's actually messed up.
And then Jaren gets a private jet.
They had the audacity to put Jaren in a PJ, but they couldn't bring Vince Williams, and I don't know who Jitty is.
Jitty is John Gonchar.
They call him Jitty?
Yeah, that's his nickname.
Get out of here with that. But take note. Yeah. The next guy, Sabonis. He was rumored to be traded, but
I think it was the Jakob Poeltl contract that held this deal up.
Yeah.
And then for the next one, we got Cam Thomas right about him not being on the Nets. We didn't expect a waiving though.
So yeah, we gave ourselves a half a point there.
Jonathan
Kuminga being traded happened.
It happened. The Bulls didn't move off any of those extra guards. That surprised me. Or they moved off to Io actually. I don't know why Mark.
I don't know. So Io is the point.
Read his name. Yeah.
Io is the green.
Even if I was them, I still would have moved off one more of Anthony and Colin because they have too many now. They still have too many. But yeah, I was telling Bobby like
Next,
I can still see a buyout coming from either one of Anthony or
Colin
Colin.
Sexton. Yeah,
So we'll
but
see though.
with Anthony playing, I think
I
they're
think they're gonna
keeping
try and
him.
keep Anthony at least.
Yeah, but they're gonna try and do something with Colin Sexton. But for those three Bulls guards, 1 out of 3, I guess. For the Raptors, obviously Jakob Poeltl and Starter didn't get traded. Jakob's contract was just too much to handle for Sacramento to do anything with that. And I don't know about Star J, but um, I
I
was hearing
think
a lot of
I think
Toronto
Star J
fans saying that,
would have been okay, but like
yeah,
I think it was that Jakob contract, like paying Jakob almost 33 a year is like,
it's bad.
like when
It's
they
bad.
gave him that deal in the offseason, I was like, what are they doing?
Yeah. Just trying to make it happen. The Lakers wanted to trade Dalton Connect and Vincent, Gabe Vincent. I almost said Vince Williams. Vince Williams was traded, but
Vince Williams and Jitty.
um, yeah. Gabe Vincent was the one to be traded. Dalton Connect yet again stays on the Lakers
They need to just move off of Dalton Connect. I'm just gonna say that.
somehow. I don't know how they're gonna get rid of him. They'll probably get rid of him in the offseason, but yeah. Rui was not traded away from the Lakers. I think that's good, I guess.
And then these next two don't even matter because that's only if they were selling and if Giannis was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Miles Turner and Bobby Portis, they're staying.
They're staying. Patrick Williams, another guy that honestly should have been traded, but
I don't
he's
think
staying
anyone
with
wants $16
Chicago.
million a
Nah,
year
for
for a Kawhi
baby,
knockoff.
not baby Kawhi. Um, and
Kawhi
then
from
Daniel
Timberwolves.
Gafford. I did hear some things about Daniel Gafford early in the last couple of days before the trade deadline, but he ultimately wasn't traded.
If the
And the
Pacers
Knicks,
didn't get
oh,
Zoo, they were getting Gafford. That's basically what it
right,
was.
yeah,
And
uh,
also, with the Jazz, Walker Kessler, like I know you guys like him, but they're treating him like he's the best center ever. They turned down,
something.
I think basically the offer for Zoo, but more first round picks for Walker Kessler,
Hmm.
and they
Right,
turned that down.
yeah.
Like, you might have to take that at that point.
You just take whatever you could find, bro. At this point.
And then our last trade, we basically got it perfectly correct because it technically
Gershon
was
Yabusele.
Gershon
Yeah.
for Jose Alvarado. We talked about that earlier. How we said that we did.
I don't know why
Obviously,
we had to
Gershon went to the
highlight
Bulls.
this part.
What, he's so fat
You
and
know
thick?
what part? Yeah, he's so fat and thick.
He
I don't know
is.
why.
He is
Yeah.
both of them, yeah. But yeah. That was the NBA trade deadline, We're gonna be honest, you're
Some
probably not gonna see another NBA video until the playoffs.
yeah.
Because it's
There's
just
just nothing.
there's just no NBA news. We're not trying to force out content like we did last time.
Yeah, like the All-Star break's coming up.
Like
Yeah, like
I don't think y'all care to watch us about the All-Star break, so
other than Kawhi not being an All-Star, but
yeah.
now he's an All-Star, so that don't even matter no more. But yeah, now we could finally get into the first Bobcast NBA parlay. Who would like to go first?
Anthony, like always.
Me,
Bro.
yeah, I actually have two options over here. So
Ant's
I
first
have
words of the
Peyton.
day. He's a little nervous.
Yeah,
I
you
have
gotta
Peyton Pritchard points against the Miami,
mm-hmm.
or I got Westbrook points or PRA against the Clippers.
And which one are you gonna rock with?
I made a decision. Well, PP. I mean, Payne Pritchard. Sorry.
Good one, good one. No, good one.
I thought
We're clipping that.
Uh,
I'm clipping that out of context, and that's getting posted
All
on the
right.
no context Bob account.
did you actually make it?
Yes, I did.
Oh my.
Oh my,
Yeah, I'll go
So
next.
don't.
My
it might be
my
over.
pick is OG Anunoby
Hey,
against
I need to pick. I need to take this. Hold on.
against the against the Detroit Pistons, 25.5 PRA.
All right. And for me, finally, it's between basically 3 picks. I have John Collins, 24.5 PRA, or his 1.5 3-pointers made. And I have Yannick Koner Niederhauser since Isaiah Jackson's not going to be able to play this next game against Sacramento. He'll be playing mostly backup minutes, and whatever his line will be up at the time of 11:46 p.m. on Thursday, February 5th.
Yo.
Or tomorrow,
This-
Friday, February 6th. I'm sure his lines will be up, whatever that line is at. I will be taking. But if I were to come to an ultimatum, I would probably take John Collins' 1.5 3-pointers
John
made.
Collins.
So that is my pick. Hopefully those hit. I'm gonna just say this: we've been a little bit more accurate off screen with our NBA picks, and
What?
honestly, we feel a
What's
little bit
up?
more. Oh,
What's up?
You said you took 3-pointers.
yes, his 1.5 3-pointers made.
Okay. And DJ, what was yours?
OG Anunoby 25.5 PRA.
20.5 PRA. Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think DJ would also agree as well.
Yeah, no, they have been better. But we also, this is our first NBA one on camera. We haven't our football ones, it's playoffs. Only a couple games to choose from, it's a lot harder, but
Right. But yeah, that will wrap up this part 3 of this
wrap up this
3-part.
episode.
Wrap up the episode of the 3-part, the last couple days. If you guys like, if your team made a good trade, just comment down below if what you thought about it. For the teams that didn't make trades, like the Heat, Rockets, and Spurs, obviously the Spurs didn't really have to make trades, nor the Rockets. But for the Heat, if you're a Heat fan and you want to comment down below your frustrations about how they didn't do anything, you could do that as well. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode.